Zul-Qarnain is one of the most fascinating figures mentioned in the Quran. His story appears in Surah Al-Kahf, verses 83 to 98, where he is portrayed as a just and wise ruler, blessed by Allah with immense power and guidance. The name, Zul-Qarnain, translates to, the one with two horns, sparking curiosity about its meaning. Some scholars believe it symbolizes his authority over the East and West, while others see it as a reference to his unique helmet or divine connection. The Quran highlights his journey across vast lands, meeting different civilizations, solving their problems, and spreading justice. He was not an ordinary ruler. Allah guided him at every step, showing his deep faith and obedience. But who was he in history? Many theories exist. Some link him to Cyrus the Great, a just Persian king. Others suggest he was Alexander the Great, though this is debated due to differences in their character. Beyond these theories, another intriguing possibility emerges: was his journey intergalactic? The descriptions in the Quran, his travel to where the sun set in murky waters, and another to where it rose, are mysterious. Could these be metaphors for cosmic phenomena? Did Zul-Qarnain explore beyond Earth, possibly venturing into other realms or planets? In this video, we'll explore his identity, his divine mission, and the possibility that his journey transcended earthly boundaries. Let's uncover the mysteries of Zul-Qarnain together. The Quran introduces Zul-Qarnain as a servant of Allah who was given great power and knowledge. His story, as recounted in Surah Al-Kahf 18:83 to 98, emphasizes his divine mission to bring justice and order across the lands. Allah granted him the tools and wisdom to govern effectively, making him an exceptional leader with a unique purpose. The narrative begins with Allah's acknowledgement of Zul-Qarnain's journeys. He is described as a traveler who ventured to distant regions, encountering diverse civilizations. His mission was not self-serving but rather rooted in Allah's guidance. Zul-Qarnain's authority was a trust, and he fulfilled it by promoting justice and aiding the oppressed. One of the most notable episodes in the Quran is his encounter with a nation troubled by Ya'juj and Ma'juj, Gog and Magog. These chaotic tribes were a source of terror, and the people sought Zul-Qarnain's help. He agreed to assist them by constructing a massive barrier, fortified with iron and molten copper, to restrain Ya'juj and Ma'juj. This act demonstrated his reliance on Allah, as he humbly stated, "This is a mercy from my Lord." 18:98. Zul-Qarnain understood that his accomplishments were possible only through divine favor. The Quran also highlights Zul-Qarnain's moral principles. When he encountered a corrupt people during his journey to the west, he was faced with a choice: punish them or treat them with kindness. He declared that those who did wrong would be punished but ultimately return to Allah for final judgment, while the righteous would be rewarded. This reflects a balance of justice and mercy, hallmarks of a divinely guided mission. But what makes his story even more intriguing are the descriptions of his travels. The Quran mentions him reaching the place where the sun sets in murky waters, symbolizing his journey to the farthest reaches of the west. Then, he traveled to where the sun rises, encountering a people with no shelter. These vivid depictions raise questions. Were these locations on Earth, or do they hint at something beyond? Could the murky waters represent a black hole or another cosmic phenomenon? The Quran's account is not just historical but also spiritual. Zul-Qarnain's mission exemplifies the qualities of a leader guided by faith, justice, humility, and reliance on Allah. At the same time, the mysterious elements of his journey leave room for exploration. Did Allah's guidance take him beyond Earth's boundaries to confront challenges in other realms? Through Zul-Qarnain's story, the Quran teaches us that true leadership stems from obedience to Allah. His divine mission inspires believers to uphold justice, trust in Allah's plan, and remain steadfast in the face of challenges, whether earthly or cosmic. Zul-Qarnain's remarkable story transcends the Quran, finding echoes in other religious and historical texts, though often under different names or interpretations. While the Quran portrays him as a divinely guided ruler with an extraordinary mission, similar figures appear in Jewish, Christian, and even Zoroastrian traditions. In Jewish writings, some scholars associate Zul-Qarnain with Alexander the Great, referred to in the Talmud and other texts. However, the Jewish accounts largely portray Alexander as a historical conqueror rather than a spiritually guided leader. This contrasts sharply with the Quranic Zul-Qarnain, who is depicted as a just and God-fearing ruler. In some Jewish legends, a figure believed to resemble Zul-Qarnain aids people against chaotic forces, aligning with the Quran's account of his encounter with Ya'juj and Ma'juj. Christian interpretations also vary. Some early Christian theologians viewed Zul-Qarnain as a prefiguration of messianic leadership, a ruler who spread divine justice. Although he is not directly mentioned in the Bible, parallels are drawn between Zul-Qarnain and rulers like Cyrus the Great, who was described in the book of Isaiah as anointed by God to free the oppressed. This fits the Quran's depiction of Zul-Qarnain aiding vulnerable communities. In Zoroastrian texts, Zul-Qarnain has been compared to Khosrau, a king who traveled far and was guided by divine wisdom to combat evil forces. Similar to Zul-Qarnain's barrier against Ya'juj and Ma'juj, Zoroastrian stories highlight Khosrau building fortifications to protect humanity from destructive entities. These varying accounts show that Zul-Qarnain's legacy resonates across traditions. While historical and religious texts may differ in details, they consistently emphasize his qualities as a wise, powerful leader combating chaos and injustice. This interfaith recognition underscores his universal significance and opens the door to exploring whether his journey extended beyond the earthly realm. Zul-Qarnain's travels, as described in the Quran, hint at a journey that transcends the boundaries of Earth. His expeditions to the farthest reaches of the land, where the sun set in a muddy spring and rose on a people without shelter, suggest encounters with extraordinary phenomena. Could these be allegories for interplanetary exploration? The Quran describes Zul-Qarnain as a divinely guided ruler who journeyed far beyond what was considered possible. At the place of the setting sun, he discovered a mysterious realm where the sun seemed to merge with a dark body of water. Some scholars interpret this as a metaphor for a celestial body, possibly a black hole, where light is consumed, creating the appearance of setting in darkness. His encounter with a people who had no shelter from the sun also raises questions. Were they inhabitants of a distant planet, exposed to harsh cosmic conditions? The Quran's language, though symbolic, opens the possibility of these being advanced civilizations or unique creations of God in other realms. Zul-Qarnain's final mission, to construct a barrier against Ya'juj and Ma'juj, adds further intrigue. The description of the iron and molten copper used to seal the passage could hint at advanced engineering, possibly using materials unknown to ancient Earth. Could this be evidence of technology far beyond the capabilities of his time, acquired through divine guidance or interaction with otherworldly beings? These questions invite believers to ponder the vastness of God's creation. Zul-Qarnain's story, steeped in mystery, may reveal the limitless possibilities of a universe crafted by the divine. Zul-Qarnain's journey to the east, as described in the Quran, led him to a place where the sun rose on a people living without shelter. This community, unprotected from the sun's rays, lived in harmony with nature, embodying simplicity and humility. Unlike advanced societies that sought technological progress, these people thrived on minimalism, relying solely on the provisions of their natural surroundings. The lack of physical barriers, like buildings or shelters, might symbolize a way of life free from material distractions. They lived in a state of purity, closer to the earth and the heavens, perhaps reflecting a profound spiritual connection. Zul-Qarnain, in his wisdom, did not seek to impose changes on their lifestyle. Instead, he observed and respected their way of life, recognizing the beauty in their simplicity and the strength in their resilience. The description of this community has sparked much discussion. Were they humans living in an underdeveloped region of Earth, or could they have been beings from another realm, existing in a reality untouched by technological advancement? Some interpretations suggest they may have been an extraterrestrial civilization, showcasing an entirely different path of existence, far removed from the complexity of human innovation. For Muslims, this story serves as a reminder of the value of humility and the importance of respecting diverse ways of life. It emphasizes the idea that progress is not solely defined by material wealth or technological achievements but also by the harmony a community shares with its environment and creator. Zul-Qarnain's journey to the west, as mentioned in the Quran, describes his encounter with a civilization living near a dark and murky body of water. Unlike the simplicity of the Eastern people, the Western community displayed signs of advancement and organization. This society may have been technologically and structurally superior, using their knowledge to harness resources effectively. Zul-Qarnain's interaction with these people revealed a different side of humanity, one where power and sophistication played a central role. The murky water, often interpreted as a metaphor for the limits of human understanding, might suggest that Zul-Qarnain was entering uncharted territory, both geographically and intellectually. The advanced practices of the Western people could hint at a civilization that was further along in their technological evolution. Their ability to create systems, perhaps in agriculture, governance, or architecture, made them distinct from the Eastern community. Interestingly, Zul-Qarnain is portrayed as a fair and just leader. Despite their advancements, he did not impose his authority unjustly. Instead, he assessed their actions and treated them based on their deeds. This reflects his divine mission of guiding people with justice and wisdom, rather than domination. Some interpretations suggest that these encounters with advanced people may not have been limited to Earth. The description of Zul-Qarnain's westward journey raises questions. Could this civilization have existed on another planet or realm? Was the murky water a portal or boundary to a different dimension? For Muslims, this journey highlights the importance of justice and humility when interacting with others, regardless of their level of advancement. It reminds believers to appreciate human diversity while maintaining fairness in all dealings. The encounter with Ya'juj and Ma'juj is one of the most compelling parts of Zul-Qarnain's journey, as detailed in the Quran. While traveling, he reached a region between two mountain barriers where the people pleaded for his help. They described the chaos caused by Ya'juj and Ma'juj, a destructive group that wreaked havoc on their land. These people, despite their simplicity, sought Zul-Qarnain's assistance, recognizing his strength and wisdom. Ya'juj and Ma'juj are depicted as a fearsome force, often interpreted as barbaric tribes or entities representing widespread corruption. The Quran mentions their relentless nature, suggesting that their influence extended beyond just physical destruction. They disrupted societies, destabilized order, and spread fear. The people's plea highlights their desperation and trust in Zul-Qarnain to bring a solution. Instead of outright destroying Ya'juj and Ma'juj, Zul-Qarnain proposed building a formidable barrier to contain them. Using iron and molten copper, he constructed a structure so strong that neither could they scale it nor breach it. This barrier symbolized his role as a protector and a divinely guided leader who used his resources for the greater good. The mention of Ya'juj and Ma'juj has intrigued scholars and theologians for centuries. Some view them as a metaphor for forces of chaos and disorder, while others suggest they could represent future threats yet to emerge. Interestingly, their release is a significant sign of the Day of Judgment in Islamic eschatology, linking Zul-Qarnain's mission to the broader narrative of divine planning. For Muslims, this encounter emphasizes reliance on divine guidance when facing overwhelming challenges. Zul-Qarnain's approach shows the importance of using intellect, resources, and cooperation to protect communities from harm, reminding believers of their duty to work for the greater good while staying steadfast in faith. One of the most fascinating interpretations of Zul-Qarnain's story is the possibility that his travels may have extended beyond Earth. While the Quran describes his journeys in terms of locations on this planet, some modern thinkers speculate that the details hint at interplanetary or even intergalactic expeditions. Could Zul-Qarnain have been a traveler who explored realms far beyond what we understand today? The Quran describes Zul-Qarnain's journey to the farthest points of the East and West, encountering unique civilizations, diverse landscapes, and extraordinary phenomena. In one account, he finds a people living in complete harmony with nature, while in another, he meets advanced societies capable of understanding his wisdom. Such descriptions inspire thoughts about the possibility of other planets harboring intelligent life. The mention of a dark, murky spring could, for instance, be interpreted as a black hole or an astronomical event, suggesting a journey through space-time itself. The barrier he constructed to confine Ya'juj and Ma'juj further fuels speculation. How could a single human, with limited earthly resources, have created a structure so impenetrable that even these destructive forces could not overcome it? Was his knowledge enhanced by divine intervention, allowing him to access technologies far beyond his time? Islamic teachings emphasize that Allah's knowledge and power extend across the universe. It is entirely plausible, within this context, to consider that Zul-Qarnain may have traveled to other celestial bodies as part of his divine mission. Ancient texts often speak in metaphors, leaving room for interpretation that aligns with our evolving understanding of science and the cosmos. For Muslims, this idea is not just a matter of curiosity, it is a reminder of the vastness of Allah's creation. The universe is full of mysteries, and the story of Zul-Qarnain challenges us to think beyond the confines of our planet. Whether his journey was interplanetary or not, the lessons of leadership, wisdom, and reliance on divine guidance remain universal and timeless. Zul-Qarnain's journeys were not just about geography but also about the people and creatures he encountered along the way. Each meeting added a layer of mystery to his mission, raising questions that continue to intrigue believers and scholars alike. One of the most unusual encounters involved a group of people who appeared to have animal-like features, with faces resembling dogs. These individuals lived in remote regions, away from advanced civilizations, yet they sought Zul-Qarnain's guidance. Their plea for help against oppressors or natural challenges demonstrated that Zul-Qarnain's reputation as a wise and just ruler had reached even the most isolated corners of his world. Another mysterious encounter involved a civilization that offered him a gift. While the Quran does not specify the nature of the gift, historical interpretations suggest that it may have been an item of advanced craftsmanship or a symbol of their admiration. This encounter hints at Zul-Qarnain's role as a unifier, bringing together diverse communities under the shared values of justice and morality. Perhaps the most intriguing encounter was with the people who sought his help against Ya'juj and Ma'juj. These destructive forces had been tormenting their land, leaving them in fear and despair. The people's plea and Zul-Qarnain's divine mission to construct a protective barrier against Ya'juj and Ma'juj highlight his extraordinary wisdom and capability. These mysterious encounters not only emphasize the diversity of civilizations Zul-Qarnain encountered but also the divine wisdom that guided his decisions. Whether it was helping isolated tribes or constructing barriers against chaos, Zul-Qarnain's role as a divinely inspired leader shines through, reminding us of the complexities of his journey and the timeless lessons of justice and compassion. The story of Zul-Qarnain is rich with lessons that transcend time, offering guidance for individuals and leaders alike. At its core, his narrative demonstrates the importance of justice, wisdom, and humility in the face of great power and responsibility. Zul-Qarnain's ability to rule with fairness and compassion highlights the significance of justice as a divine principle. Whether dealing with the simple people in the East or the advanced civilizations in the West, his decisions were guided by a strong moral compass. He listened to the concerns of those he encountered and acted in their best interests, reminding us that true leadership is rooted in service to others. Another profound lesson is his humility despite immense authority. Zul-Qarnain acknowledged that his strength and success were granted by Allah, teaching us that human achievements are ultimately blessings from the Creator. This awareness prevented him from arrogance and kept his focus on fulfilling his divine mission. The construction of the barrier to protect against Ya'juj and Ma'juj offers a lesson in perseverance and collective effort. Zul-Qarnain did not act alone, he involved the local people in the process, teaching the value of unity and cooperation. It also reminds us that some challenges require both human effort and reliance on divine guidance. Finally, Zul-Qarnain's story emphasizes trust in Allah's plan. Despite facing mysterious encounters and challenges, his unwavering faith allowed him to fulfill his mission. His journey serves as a reminder to seek Allah's guidance in times of uncertainty, knowing that his wisdom surpasses human understanding. Through Zul-Qarnain's example, we learn that true greatness lies in using our abilities for the betterment of others, remaining humble, and trusting in Allah's divine wisdom. His story continues to inspire believers to uphold justice, seek knowledge, and stay steadfast in their faith. The story of Zul-Qarnain remains one of the most fascinating and enigmatic narratives in history, with lessons that continue to resonate with believers today. His journey is not just one of physical exploration, but also a testament to the qualities of righteous leadership, humility, and unwavering faith in Allah. Zul-Qarnain's ability to balance power with justice and his deep commitment to his divine mission serve as an inspiration for anyone striving to lead a meaningful life in accordance with God's will. The mysteries surrounding his travels, especially his encounters with advanced civilizations and the enigmatic barrier he built to protect against Ya'juj and Ma'juj, continue to spark curiosity. While the exact details of his journey remain shrouded in mystery, the Quranic perspective offers us a glimpse into the profound lessons he imparted. His story challenges us to think beyond the boundaries of this world and reflect on the broader cosmic reality. Whether his travels were interplanetary or deeply symbolic of spiritual journeys, Zul-Qarnain's mission is a reminder that the pursuit of knowledge and the quest for justice are central to our purpose in life. It teaches us that no matter the challenges or mysteries we face, we must remain steadfast in our faith, trust in Allah, and seek to benefit humanity with the knowledge and abilities granted to us. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of Zul-Qarnain's timeless mystery. I hope this video has deepened your understanding and sparked new thoughts. If you found this topic interesting, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more insightful discussions. Stay tuned for more content, and may Allah guide us all on the path of knowledge and righteousness. Peace be upon you.